Is there anyone that you'd like to praise?
Look, I feel like Kobe 24, you know I had to ice my wrist. I've been balling since a young, you know I had to stack my chips.
Back to your question, Stanley Johnson he earned my respect in that first round series.
Now, that was LeBron James giving respect to Stanley Johnson. But before we get into why Stanley Johnson might be the missing piece for the Lakers coming into the next NBA season, let's take it back to the 2009 Eastern Conference Finals, because this is a full circle moment. Now, as you know, LeBron lost to the Magic, who were led by Dwight Howard and coached by Stan Van Gundy. Now, as a fan, this playoff series hurt because the Magic beat the Cavs and went on to face Kobe Bryant and the Lakers in the NBA Finals. Of course, the Lakers killed the Magic 4-1, and we never got to see that LeBron and Kobe matchup. Now that we're caught up, listen to how LeBron James responded to Stanley Johnson and the Detroit Pistons in the first round of the 2016 NBA playoffs.
I'm not having an individual matchup with Stan or individual matchup with Stanley or any other Stan.
Now, we can officially add Stanley Johnson to the list of NBA players who beefed with him and still lost to him. But according to LeBron, there was no beef between him or any Stan. But let's hear what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
All I'm saying about Stanley Johnson is that you're talking about LeBron James here. And who are you? Whatever you're going to be, You're not that yet.
Now, Stanley Johnson averaged 6 points and 2 rebounds, while LeBron averaged 22, 9, and 6 against the Pistons in that first round matchup. And of course, the Mavs went on to win the 2016 NBA Finals, and the rest was history. Now, Stanley Johnson is only 28 years old. This is his 8th season in the league. He's a local guy. He grew up in California. He was Mr. California, and he committed to Arizona, and the Pistons took him at number 8 back in the 2015 NBA draft. Now, he has bounced around. He's played for the Lakers before, but the fans are really big on him. Now, earlier this year, he played in the EuroLeague for a Turkish club called Anadolu Efes, and it just wasn't the right fit for him. I went to a few of the games this season to see him and Shane Larkin play. I'm going to drop some of that footage in the video. But I was kind of disappointed. You know, the first game I went to, Shane was hurt, and I think Stanley Johnson was hurt. And then the second game I went to, Shane dressed out, so he had a pretty good, decent game. But Stanley maybe got like 1 or 2 minutes. So I think his EuroLeague season just wasn't the right fit. You know, everything is not for everybody. Now, after his EuroLeague performance, I'm surprised the South Bay Lakers acquired for him, but it was a really good pickup. In his debut, he scored 26 points and followed it up with another 25 points. And with the South Bay Lakers having Bronny James on the roster, they got a lot of eyes this season. The fans want Stanley on the Lakers. They have let it be known. There are so many tweets and Reddit threads about how they want Stanley on the Lakers. Now, this year, the roster's full with recent signings, but for next year, I think they should pick him up. Now, the South Bay Lakers did make the G League playoffs, but Stanley had a very strong performance at the end of the season, averaging 16, 7, and 4. So I think he's made a really good case. I don't think they're going to sign him in the summer league. I think they're going to keep those summer league spots for some of the younger guys, but I think he's done enough to at least get a training camp spot roster. Now, let's also keep in mind too, I think it depends on what the Lakers do in the playoffs. So if the Lakers have the type of playoff, like if they win it all, I don't see them really tweaking. I don't really see any big major moves because I see them saying, hey, we have enough, we just won. But if the Lakers don't win it all, I think Stanley has a really good chance to get on the roster because he's a glue guy. He can guard 1 through 4. He's a really big body, really physical guy. And we're not looking for Stanley to score. I mean, I think that's what the difference was with Cam Reddish this season. You know, everybody knows Cam Reddish can score. He's probably one of the best scorers in the league, but I mean, it's like, what else can you do? So I think that's the difference between Stanley Johnson and Cam Reddish is we're not looking for Stanley to score. And for him to come here and average what he just averaged towards the end of the season, and he just kind of got thrown in there, just to let you know that he's like a utility player. He's like a Swiss Army knife. So I think he's a really good pickup. You guys have let it be known, just from what I've read online, the Lakers want Stanley. I mean, so he's a hometown guy. I can see it really working out. He's going to get physical. He's going to play that defense, and he's going to loosen the burden. Now, the Lakers don't need any more scoring. They don't need any more isolation scoring, is what I can say. You know, they have Luka, they have LeBron. So I think Stanley has gotten his shot to where he can hit some of those knockdown corner threes and still play really good defense. So I feel like he has a really good chance to make the season next year. So let's break down a few of these highlights so I can show you what I mean, right? Stanley Johnson with the steal, being really active. His awareness is just crazy. Here he is again, cutting off the baseline, being active, using his hands, being physical. You know, when you have LeBron and Luka, they're going to take most of the offense off your hands. So you just need those glue guys you need to plug in. And Stanley's really good in transition. He's just an all-around glue guy. So, you know, I think he's matured enough. He's going to accept his role. I think the egos is going out the window. I think he just wants to play. And I think this is going to be a good pickup for him. Again, here he is being active. He kind of reminds me of Ron Artest, not in the sense of like style, but his physique, the way he's able to get active. Of course, he's not going to kick you in the face like Ron used to do. But I see a lot of that. He's a really big guy. So guarded 1 through 4. And I think that's going to be his niche. I think that's going to be his role. So, you know, Stanley's not getting on the court to score 30 points a game. Stanley's going to be on the court to guard the hardest person, get those turnovers, and bring that energy. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I need that HBO special. Help a brother out. Hit the like and subscribe button so I can keep giving you guys content. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.